Welcome to new video. In past few videos we have solved day 1 up to day 5 challenges on this Advent of Cyber 2 room. In this video I am going to solve day 6 challenge of this Advent of Cyber 2 room. So just scroll down below. So it is a task 11 day 6 web exploitation. Be careful with what you wish on Christmas night. So first of all I will start the machine. Thereafter close the pop-up box which will be related to your VPN connection. So I will just close this. Thereafter, this is a walkthrough video. You can just refer this video if you want to learn more about this. Then this year Santa wanted to go fully digital and invented a Make-A-Wish system. It is an extremely simple web app that would allow people to anonymously share their wishes with others. Unfortunately, right after the hacker attack, the security team has discovered that someone has compromised the Make-A-Wish. Most of the wishes have disappeared and the website is now redirecting to malicious website. An attacker might have pretended to submit a wish, put a malicious request on the server. The security team has pulled a backup server for you on port number 5000. Your goal is to find the way the attacker could have exploited the application. Okay, so we are just going to access this IP with the port number 5000. Sorry, I'll just close this inspect Elementor. So we are just going to exploit this site on port number 5000. So it is a backup server. Now we are going to perform cross-site scripting into this machine. So here are some basic information about cross-site scripting. Why does it work like that? Types of cross-site scripting. You can just go through this theory part. Thereafter, how to detect cross-site scripting by automated method using OS Zap tool. So we are just going to perform automated scan using this Zap tool. Therefore, bonus mitigation cross-site scripting. Thereafter, challenge and resources. Now, first question is deploy your attack box, the blue start attack button. The attack task machine, once have deployed, open Firefox on the attack box and copy paste the machine's IP on port number 5000 into the browser search bar. Okay, so we are just going to open this into a new tab. So to connect to this IP, first of all, I need to connect to the OpenVPN. So for that, I have downloaded this OpenVPN configuration file. So just open that OpenVPN Connect application, click on Decryptor Track Me. So it is my configuration file and you can see I have successfully connected to the OpenVPN. Now let's access this machine in a new tab. So I will just use Control and left click on that IP. So this is the server. So we have successfully accessed this and our first question is completed. Now second question is what vulnerability type was used to exploit the application. Okay, so we have to exploit this first, thereafter we will be able to find about this. So I will just keep this question for now. Let's move ahead to next question. So what a query string can be abused to the craft a reflected cross-site scripting. So open the server here. If I try to enter anything like we are going to perform reflected cross-site scripting, so I'm just entering any value. Let's check that value is reflecting here or not. Okay, so it is not showing anything. Let's enter any other thing, like I will enter here hi or demo, and you can see our value hi is reflecting here. If I analyze its source code by using Control U, else right click and click on view page source and search for hi by using Control F, and you can see here is our value and it is reflecting here. It is in h3 tag, so we can directly add our payload here. So what I will do, I will just copy this. Let's try to generate a payload from this. So I will use Windows R run command, then notepad into that, open the notepad and paste our answer here. Okay, so in front of hi, if I add any payload like script, alert, document.cookie or document.url or one, so let's check it is reflecting or not. So just use script, then alert, document.cookie, close that script tag again, and let's copy this payload starting from hi and ending with slash script. So here you can see it is not into any h3 parameter or any tag. So we will be able to directly run this. We don't need to add any double inverted comma or closing bracket. So just copy that, paste it into search query, and okay, it is also not showing anything. So I will just paste it again. Instead of document.cookie, I will add here one, and hit the enter button. Okay, so just click on visit anyway, and you can see it is popping up our payload 1, means this site is vulnerable for reflected cross-site scripting. And our question was, what query string can be abused to craft a reflected cross-site scripting? So in URL you can see the query string q is affected to reflected cross-site scripting. So I will just enter here q, click on submit, and our answer is correct. Now next, launch the OWASP Zap application. So I will just click on Windows menu and search for OWASP Zap. So here is our OWASP Zap. So I will simply click on that. It is old version 2.9.0. You can just download a latest version on your system. It will take some time to load this OS Zap. If you want to download its installation file, you can just search for OS Zap on Google. You will get official page of this OS Zap. From there you can easily download this application. Okay, so I'm just clicking here no, I do not want to persist the session at this moment. You can select as you want. Do you want to keep the session or not? Thereafter we are going to perform automatic scan. So first of all I will simply click on completed. Now run a ZA proxy automated scan on the target. How many cross-site scripting alerts are there? So we are just going to perform this. So I will just copy URL. So it is the IP colon port. Click on automated scan, paste it into URL attack, and keep all settings as a default. Click on attack. So this will start scanning this website. If you want to find vulnerabilities, you can just go to alerts. Here you can see it is showing all the vulnerabilities present on our site. So still this site is in scanning mode, that's why it is not showing all the vulnerabilities. So just wait until active scan result get completed. Okay, so there are currently 4 alerts and no cross-site scripting alert is showing. So just wait for some time, it will start showing how many cross-site scripting alerts present there. So here you can see there are totally 2 cross-site scripting. First one is persistence, means stored cross-site scripting, which is on this URL, and second one is cross-site scripting reflected. So we have already found reflected cross-site scripting, and there is also one persistence cross-site scripting, and still 54% scanning is completed, but it is showing 2 alerts. So I think our answer will be 2 here. Scanning is not completed yet, you can just wait for that, but I'm just trying to enter here 2. Click on submitted, and it is correct. Now explore on the XSS alerts that Zap has identified. Are you able to make an alert appear on Make-A-Wish website? So we have already tried reflected cross-site scripting. Let's try to find persistent cross-site scripting. So here is enter your wish. I think it will store our value. If I enter anything here like hello or demo, it will store that value into this. So instead of that, if I try to add any payload here, so every time anyone visit this page, he will get prompted. So just I am entering here script alert document.url and close that script tag. Try to click on wish. Okay, it is showing 1. So we have requested for document.url. It is not showing any document.url. Okay, but you can see there are plenty of results now because of ZA proxy. It is trying to attack on this site manually. That's why it is showing multiple result here. So our attack not work here. Let's try to add another attack. Like I will add another payload here, script, then alert. Don't add 1 here, I will add 2 because 1 is already popping up here. So I will just try to alert 2 here and click on submitted. So it is 1. This is not our answer. This is 1. This is not our answer. Okay, so here you can see it is able to pop 2, means there is store cross-site scripting or persistence cross-site scripting present on this page. So we have successfully identified and try to appear the alert. Now what vulnerability type was used to exploit the application? As we know, the site is vulnerable for persistent or store cross-site scripting. So our answer will be here stored cross-site scripting. Scripting, and click on submit. Our answer is correct. So this is how you can solve this day 6 challenge on this Advent of Cyber 2 room. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you are interested in learning ethical hacking, bug bounty hunting or penetration testing, you can simply enroll into my course. I have given the course link into the description. You can just check it out. Thank you for watching.